We're back to basics. Undu, passion to profit. I am joined by another dope creative, AIKO, Antoinette AIKO. She's a dancer, award-winning dancer.
Not yet, but soon to be.
Amina to that. AIKO is here. Amekuwa if kawe ni fan wa the music that imekuwa ikidrop in the last 2 years, most definitely. Hata si 2 years. Ulikuwa kwa video ya Monski ka 5 years ago. No.
Yeah, game so, for like 8 years.
She's been outside. But ka umekuwa attentive in the last post-COVID, from Wakadinali to Watendawili to Charisma, niko sure umekutana na the face somewhere there. Yeah, she's a dancer, she's a choreographer. What else are you? Nisikunyime accolades zako.
Producer. Vitu ni mingi. Mimi msanii tu.
Karibu back to basics.
Thank you.
Ulikuwa part of Passion to Profit, most definitely.
Yes.
Which cohort?
3. Cohort 3.
How was the experience?
It was an amazing experience. I loved the experience because mostly ilikuwa turning passion to profit, as the name suggests. So there was a lot going on, like you were being taught a lot of things from kujipresent kama msanii to how you handle your money, how you handle your art after that. So it was an amazing experience. It had a lot was brought to the table. Yeah.
Noma sana. How did you get information aje? Because me nilikutana na the poster on Twitter and I was like, bam, this thing looks dope. Went through it and come back here. This is one of those things one of those things and niko interested. How did you come to know about it?
Interesting.
Considering you as a dancer, you spend 3/4 of your creative life outside. As opposed to unajua tuseme mtu kama a rapper, a singer atakuwa kwa stu writing nini but as a dancer uko nje. Your time with socials and your time with the interwebs ni
interesting enough. I do a lot of research. Research is a big part of my craft. That's why sometimes it is seen to be that niko ahead of my time, because you try as much as possible to be out there and get as much information as possible.
Which is a good thing. Being ahead of your time is a good thing.
Has its pros and cons. Watu wataona chenye unafanya sahi, it makes sense years later. So I saw it, I think, online just after everything was like the first cohort, but I didn't apply. I think Monski also was in the second or first cohort, and then I was like, oh, she briefed me. She was like, hey, this and this is happening. I was like, hey, and it's even free. So I was like, hey, this is interesting. There's so much to learn. The certification at the end of the day. So I was much invested. And then I realized that there's also space for dancers, because most creative spaces don't accommodate creatives like dancers, because you could like, how do I package this? But they were like all forms of creatives, even if you paint toes for a living. So I was like, hapa ni kuna form. So I was like, I should be on it and learn from it.
Interesting. This far it's been roughly 3 months. So give or take 3 months, but for the whole project imekuwa 6 months, but it's 3 months for each cohort. Ime impact career yako aje coming from the dance world? As in that, I think that's an industry and CJ understand yet. I know a few people who dance, but ile kujua the nitty-gritties of it, I won't sit here pretending that I know about dance as much as I know how to dance. Bad man. Na monitumie contract.
With dance, it's very different. Like, dance is a special kind of craft because it can't be packaged kama ati goods venye wase wanasema sasa niko na hii nauza hii nini. It's more of a service, and it's also more of a form of expression. So with Hustle Sasa accommodating dance artists in the program, I think for me the most that I got from it is knowledge about how to now convert that into money, because there's with dance there's a lot of intellectual property going around, because with whatever you create and post in whatever sites you're posting, you can actually monetize that for a long time. And most people don't have that information. Recently I was part of a project, I won't mention the brand, but they were working with an
walikulipa
walinilipa.
Ka walikulipa una mention
No sisi wa mention kwa sababu they did something wrong.
Sawa.
They used someone else's choreography,
sawa
and using the choreography they paid an artist. I don't know if it's correct to say this. They paid the artist, but they didn't pay the choreographer for the project. So I was like, interesting. The artist will ask for the IP rights because the artist is aware, but the choreographer just did a TikTok challenge and the dance was trendy. So they only pay the artist, they forget the choreographer. And when I got the job, I was like, okay, we're doing this challenge, but have you talked to the choreographer? They're like, we'll just sort that out. It was just a dance challenge. I was like, being aware and being woke in your craft is very very important. Juu sasa una imagine kitu ka inge happen majuu ingekuwa sahi a court case, mse angesu hiyo kampuni na hata $100 million.
But why will you think juu may happen 254 hauwezi sue for it?
Kwa sababu msanii hayuko woke. Msanii akujoin hustle sasa, akulearn vitu kama hivi. Nice ajue ati by them say akitumia hizi moves zangu kufanya kazi corporate ama kufanya hata any other form of work. I'm supposed to get paid, especially if there's money involved. So there's a lot of that I've been putting a lot of energy for the past 2 years, kwa sababu hata artist ama nini, there's so much. Like sahi na feel ni kama 15% of my craft ndio kudance. Hiyo the 85% ni more of kuwa aware of pali unaenda, chenye unafanya, venye nakusaidia, venye unaweza translate into money now and the future. Juu we're not planning to do this till we die on the deathbed. Yani
why shouldn't you?
Ina generate money ukinini. Si ati sasa ati yote na nimeitwa. It's not ati work it. Ni unalipwa, unajua, unafanya kazi, unajua hii kazi inaweza work for me for like 2-3 years. Si ati ni hivi nimefanya
hand to mouth.
Yeah, hand to mouth is the word. Yeah.
Ni interesting. I love that. For me, I didn't even know like yes nilijua kuna dancers, but nilikuwa like the moment nilirealize you're there, I was like this is so dope. The dance world, najua kuna challenges mob, but for me I think this far with the information that we have, we need to be extremely solution oriented. So we are moving into 2024. You've been part of the cohort for 3 months. Umepata knowledge, umepata game and all that. Umenetwork na see most definitely from 1,000 of us lazima umepata wase kadhaa wenye mna think the same, mnaweza build magic next year. 2024, what's the playbook?
I'll melt away.
Ni 2 weeks away.
Apparently kai what a separation. Okay, like me by the say life yangu ni taking a day at a time. There's a lot that's now in 2024 looks a lot like
actually nimesema 24 ama 22.
Umesema I think hata 2022.
2024 and then niko like bro mimi niko kwa time capsule.
Yeah, uko trapped 2022.
Manze 2022 was a very beautiful year.
For real?
Yeah, even this year imekuwa na challenges. 22 was an amazing year. Next year will be extremely amazing.
I think next year will be beautiful.
It must be.
It has to be.
It must be.
It looks a lot like new opportunities, money, new artists, sana new artists, open-minded artists, and a lot of collaborations in come next year. I'm up for collaborations with artist big time. Watu wenye wana think ahead of time, si transactional necessarily. A lot of 2023 imekuwa transactional, like I'm not working with you if you're not aufiki bei. But na feel 2024 itakuwa a lot more collaborative kwa sababu ya venye vitu zina change technology wise, work wise, pia creative industry wise, na creative economy wise pia. We need to create bodies of work that now we can sell, export, sai pali tumefika. And as I said, like not to blow my own trumpet, but ku understand vitu from a broader perspective na kuwork na watu wenye wako na limited mindset inakurudisha nyuma. So that's why I'm saying next year inaka a lot of working with people who think more of property based as progression uko zile za hii kitu nikifanya hivi na hivi tunaweza export hivi na hivi. The same thing you mentioned earlier about you can't do only transactional things with your craft. Ni nauza hii, nunua ishe, you can make it iko kitu yenye na kulast for long as an artist. So true. I think it's high time most artists will do a lot of research in their craft
or sign up for this kind of programs.
I hope itakuwa next year.
Tentatively I think so.
We need to preach this gospel to the whole industry. You can imagine it's just 1,000 and say one out of 5 or 1 out of 10 of a young person is a creative.
True.
Everybody is out here to win it big, so hoping hii message itafikia wase wengi.
Most definitely it has to. That's the reason why we are podcasting in their office during the grand showcase. So most definitely at Alchemist.
Back to basics.
So 2024 niko sure kutakuwa na repeat program even better,
bigger.
I think hata ikikuwa on site itakuwa even like the physical engagements itakuwa poa, and even diversify, go to Mombasa, go to Eldoret, as much as we had participants from those places. So I think this far that is dope. Asante sana kwa pod. Ndakutafuta for a very long back to basics segment. You're finally here.
Hey. Nimeomba interview.
Sijuangi nakonga maseleb hivi huko nje, but we're in the presence of greatness equally. So tutaorganize for longer segment. Na pia podcast with no name ya Zach, make sure mmefind a way ya kukuja tupige huko. We don't talk stories of Jabba.
Stories of Jabba. Inshallah.
Some dope vibes. Anyways, shukran mazee, tunashukuru wewe kuwa hapo. Passion to profit.
Asante kwa kutuleta.
Ukitoka, how does the grand showcase look? Speechless.
I'm not a liar. Speechless.
Iko sawa. Karibu, enjoy your day. And uko nje, have fun.
Okay. Thank you.
Round 2
kama kawa.
Iko sawa.